Do you think you can outthink CyberMind?
Hey guys, it's Tazwhole here. Welcome to Tazwhole's Tubecast. I'm here with CyberMind. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic, Tazwhole. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. It just came down to I saw CyberMind. That made me think of that. It made me think of that Will Ferrell movie, Megamind. And I'm like, how'd you come up with that name? Just curiosity.
Actually, it's a conglomeration. My ex-wife and I came up with it. I used to have a name called Xanther, and it was based off of a book that I had read when I was younger.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, she thought that the name was kind of weird, and we thought about changing it. So I actually, we came up together with this. It's a mix of cyber, obviously, because of my computer.
Yep.
My computer know-how. And mind,
skills.
That's it. And mind, being that I have some moderate levels of intelligence. But I thought that just using the old cyber CYBER was kind of lame.
Bland.
So I came up with the idea of switching it to PSY.
Oh, okay.
So it's
kind of like
that way, yeah, it was kind of like more of a play on words, I guess you could say.
All right. So I was just gonna say, are you on YouTube or on Twitch? Like, what platform do you broadcast to?
I am a 100% bona fide Twitch streamer. I tried YouTube, but I just don't have the time.
Yes, I'll find this. I find I do kind of I'm a streamer and do both YouTube, but the fact is I get to see that time is very limited, and I was glad that I went to YouTube for the fact is I learned how to edit, but now with Twitch I like it how the more interaction is. But I was just gonna say, because I'm guessing obviously you're on PC, because I'm looking at the gameplay in the background. I see freaking League of Legends.
Yeah,
that's a great game.
That's the only one that I actually played that and one other. But yeah, League is pretty much my go-to game. As much as it annoys the stuff out of me, I just can't seem to put it down.
Come on, we all get salty at some point.
Oh man, the salt is real in this game, I tell you. But the other game that I play a lot of, and I've been streaming it lately, is Ark.
Ark, isn't that a lot like the one? Isn't it kind of like Rust, but not really?
Kind of,
sort
sort
of.
Like
The Forest, but not really.
With dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's kind of like yo. Corn exile, we're gonna make you naked, and there's gonna be dinosaurs. Guess what? They're gonna you're the fucking food.
That's it.
So I was just gonna say, so my audience knows. So where are you gaming from, sir?
I am in a little bitty podunk, never heard of it town in southeast Iowa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, population 10,000 if that.
Well, you know what they say. They say, you know what? You build it, they will come. They will come. They will come.
Yeah, that's always the thought.
That's just like when it comes down to I'll say this. I never knew tech know-how when it came down to building a PC. So I'm like, oh, I know people say it's like big Lego, and I'm like, this is Lego. Oh god, just put it pretty bluntly. I'm saying that. All right, so. Yeah. So, how long have you been on Twitch?
Let's see. Last month, I celebrated 6 years.
Oh my, that is amazing, man. That is amazing. What shit.
Yeah, well, it started out really, really small, but it was one of those situations where, I love doing it, so I decided that I was going to just keep with it, and only within the last year or so have I really actually started taking it serious because of certain circumstances that have developed.
Okay.
I'm going to play the pity card. Am I allowed to play the pity card?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I am actually partially disabled. I have 3 displaced discs in my lower back.
Oh, I hear that because my old man had a hairline fracture in the middle disc in his back. Have removed, so I can kind of imagine.
Yeah, and so far every surgeon and specialist I've been to has said that it's not surgically correctable. So I have a very difficult time doing a lot of heavy lifting, doing a lot of repetitive motion that involves my back. And around here, the only types of jobs that are available are labor. Yeah, they're intense labor, or they're fast food where you still have to be able to lift on a regular basis. And I can't do them. I've tried the work at home stuff, and that works out, but unfortunately, the work at home companies, they not the fly by night, do these sales type things. I actually did customer service for a couple of bigger companies, and when their needs decrease, then they just kind of let you go.
Yeah, no need for you then.
So yeah, and that's where it's kind of where I was. I actually did customer service for Microsoft Xbox.
Oh, nice.
And as soon as shortly after the Christmas break that I worked, they downsized because we jumped from maybe anywhere from 3,500 to 5,000 calls a day down to like 200 to 300.
Holy shit.
So, as the need decreases, the need for, customer service representatives decreases, and so
yeah,
that kind of
it's like fluctuation, supply and demand. Yeah. When there's too much supply and there's not enough demand for it, that's why when it comes down to it, like I forget where it was, but there was a place in the States, I forget where it was, but they make RAM, like RAM, RAM for your computer.
Yeah.
And what happened was one of those factories caught fire. Now that put a decrease on availability, but it risen the price of RAM because it made. But then, mind you, if they were able to build it cheaper or build it out materials that were somewhat more readable to them, they can make it a little bit cheaper. But the fact is, the demand, the want was there, so that's where the money is. Yeah, no, absolutely.
But and what makes it worse is I'm applying for disability and all that kind of stuff. But
all that lovely stuff where you have to dot the T's and dot the I's, or you gotta cross the T's and dot the I's, and oh my god, I'm not sure about dotting T's, but hey, I'll do it.
Hey, whatever works for you.
Hey, but, it's an upside down T. It's an upside down J to me.
There you go. But my biggest issue is I have 3 kids.
Oh yeah.
And I've got to think about them. So I decided that, I'm still looking in the meantime. I'm looking, for any online work that I can find. Yeah. But in the meantime, I'm also streaming on an almost full-time basis to hopefully, try to do something that I can take care of my kids with. And so far it's worked out, not to a point where I will say I'm never going to look for work again. I'm going to stream 100% of the time. But it's worked out.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. Now, when you were first streaming, like when you first got into streaming, what were some of the mistakes that bumps in the roads, technical, did you encounter?
Technically, it was just having a computer that that could handle the stream. I was on an old an old HP. When I started, it was an HP dual core processor, and I could barely run OBS and my game at the same time. I think I was having to stream with like my bitrate at like 200 or something like that, and it was just bad. But logistically speaking, oh my god, there's mistakes that I made that I'm still making today, and that's one of the biggest thing is being vocal. I have the hardest time becoming vocal. I mean, I've even gone to the point where I've got a program that on my computer that actually overlays my chat onto my game, as opposed to having to look over at my other monitors.
Oh, I see.
It actually just kind of sits on my game. No, it goes over stream and everything. People can see.
Yeah.
But it allows me to see the chat while I'm playing my game, because I get so focused when I play that it's sometimes, especially when I'm playing League, because there's a lot of things you have to think about when you're talking about League of Legends. It's the microplay, the macroplay.
There's a certain etiquette to it.
Well, yeah, it's not just that. It's the mechanics of the game require so much focus and attention to detail.
Oh, yes.
So I think that was the biggest hurdle that I had when I first got started, and like I said, even today is just trying to remain vocal and interactive with my chat. The other thing that I still do every once in a while, just to make sure my mic is unmuted. I could have, like last night, I streamed the last 20 minutes of my stream with my mic muted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not good. No bueno on that.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, so now I'll say I have to remind my audience. I'm gonna say the reason why I kind of asked this question is because you know what, we're all human. We all make mistakes, and you know what, we all learn from somewhere. We're not perfect, but hey, you know what, we're all humans, so we're all in this together. So you know what, guys, we all know that. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for allowing me into your homes. But girls, listen up, because I bet you'll agree. And guys, listen up, because bros, we got shit together, man. So yeah. Girls like guys with good skill, and trust me, I don't got skill. My girlfriend's telling me that every morning. I don't got skill. She's reminding me, okay, if I can get better at my show, please leave a comment, because how am I gonna know? Just like when people are streaming, if you engage in chat. The fact is, if you engage in chat, you can actually learn a lot from your audience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. They
can tell you your mistakes, and they can say what you gotta work on, or and then give you ideas.
And that was one of the things that really got me when I started putting this overlay up. I was playing, and I've had some people who main the champion that I main, who are in much higher elo than I am, have told me, do this, and all of a sudden I'm finding my win rate starting to go up, and I'm like, okay. Well, if I hadn't have done that, I'd be just kind of glaring, in every, when I
which way direction
recall or wait until I'm dead or whatnot to look over at my screen, I would have missed all that.
Oh yeah.
Now I see it, and now I see it on a regular basis, and I get those suggestions and that help, and it's actually really taken my gameplay to a new level.
Yeah. And that's all we're doing with the gameplay. Is we're just out here having fun, It just seems that like people, they have to, there's some people out there, they're like, ooh, get good, get good skills, bro. How do you think you get good? It's just like Call of Duty. You get killed so many times, and then you're gonna get better. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Like get off a horse. Just like I'm no pro at freaking computers, but I swear to God, I might know something, but I'm learning slowly. Sure, and if you don't know something, there's actually tutorials on YouTube to do stuff now. I find YouTube is a very good reference for reviews and stuff like that.
It really is, and that's where, for those of you out there who play League, I main Garen.
All right.
And one of the biggest influences to me was a YouTuber by the name of Glacier.
Oh, okay.
And he's a Garen main, and I've been watching his videos and learning tips and tricks, and and like I said, I've jumped from maybe like a 10 to 15% win rate on him to almost a 78-80% win rate. So I'm like, okay, it works. And YouTube, watching other streamers. And that's the big thing too. If you just watch other streamers, sometimes you can learn so much about either the macro or the micro play of any game that you play. I think it's it's a very, very powerful asset, very powerful tool for people who want to get good at the games that they play. Like me, I'm a bronze player. I just recently hit silver in League, and I've been bronze since probably season 3 when I started playing.
Yes,
thank you.
Yes, I have to. I had to.
That's okay. And now that I've watched these people play, I've watched these higher elo players play. I've learned and I've gone back and watched my own game because of League's replay feature. I am able to actually, learn from my mistakes and improve. So, I think, like I said, that YouTube, other streamers and stuff like that is such a powerful asset.
And plus, like, people that don't know technical stuff, like, I'll say this, when I get blocked out of something, or I'll say if I get an error, you know what, I look up that code on Google, and then I find a lot of times on YouTube that there's someone who had the exact problem as me. So just like a forum, man, it's so helpful.
It is. It really is. And like I said, if I had the time to sit down, record, edit, and all that good stuff, I would probably get on YouTube as well. But as it is right now, I just want to, devote 100% of my time to, 100% of my gaming time to just live streaming, because I think the live interaction is just so much better.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so here's a big question. You can go into detail about this. Why'd you want to get into streaming in the first place? Like, why'd you want to? Yeah, why?
Oh man,
what's your why? It's a hard question. Yes, yeah, I know.
So I started. This is when I first started playing League, and I wanted to find videos about it, and learn as much as I could about the game. And I would watch some of these videos, and then I would see this little thing down in the corner says "Watch me live on Twitch." I'm like, what is this? Well, at the time, it was not quite Twitch just yet. It was still, God, I'm old, Justin TV.
Okay.
This was shortly after Twitch bought Justin TV, and everyone knew it as Justin as opposed to Twitch like we know it today.
Yeah.
But so I found this website, twitch.tv, and then all of these like League of Legends players. I'm like, whoa, wait, how many? What? So I just started watching, and then I'm watching, and I'm seeing, oh, hey, these guys are actually really good at their game. And wait a minute, they're also making money for doing this? No way. So I said, okay, I got to try to be a part of this in one way, shape, or form. So I started streaming. At first, I did it 100% solely for the money. I thought, I'm going to put myself out there. People are going to like me, and I am going to make a killing in the first 6 months. I'm going to be rich. I can retire. I can do, all this kind of stuff, buy the house in Boca Raton and all that kind of stuff. And that didn't work out. And eventually, exactly. Well, eventually, I learned to do it just because I love the game. And I want to share that with other people. And that actually, so I guess initially I got into it for the money.
All right, well, that's everyone's. That's kind of like a lot of people. It's like if they get into YouTube media anyway. Like I'll say this, they want to either for notoriety, money, or public notoriety for one of them. You want to be noticed. And there's another one for influence.
Yeah.
Now, I'll say if you do the first one just for money, like it's like a lead balloon. Like you try it. The fact is, it's not going to come fast. It's not. Sad thing is, YouTube, Twitch, it's not going to come fast. The fact is, there's no fast money. There's no secret ingredient to the KFC. I'm sorry, it's not like that. It's just like.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been doing years, and I can testament to that.
Yeah.
There is no. You're not going to get rich overnight.
No.
You're not going to get famous overnight. It's going to take a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and I did not realize that until probably about 3 years ago.
That's why there's like almost like a you have to have like a certain je ne sais quoi or some type of, you have to have something different than everyone out there.
I don't even think necessarily you have to have something different.
Be yourself. So at least people get to like you for you.
Right, exactly. You don't want to go out there and put on this fake persona like some streamers used to do before Twitch started cracking down on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I can name a couple of streamers who. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to do that one because I've had debates about this for the longest time, and I really don't want to open.
Yeah, you don't want to open that can of worms. I got you.
Yeah.
Now,
but a long time ago, that was kind of like the acceptable norm until Twitch finally started putting a crackdown on it with their community guidelines like that. But But yeah, like I said, it's definitely not an overnight sensation people think it is, and I tell people that all the time now, and there's no magic formula, everything is, every situation is going to be different for everybody.
Yeah. It's like if everyone experience, like if they look at a piece of artwork, everyone's gonna see it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are gonna think it's crap. Some people are gonna think it's amazing.
Right. Exactly.
It's just what you make it.
Right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is what you make out of it.
It's what you. Sorry, it's like what. Sorry to cut you off. I'm saying it's what you put yourself into it. You do hard work. You put the passion in there. You know what? People are going to see. That's what's going to make you different from Joe Blow, who's going to be doing it and doesn't know what he's doing. And he doesn't, because I'll say this, like, maybe Joe, this other guy, is going to do it. And the fact is, he really doesn't deep down really want to do it.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. I think that when it comes to people who are starting their stream, they think that they've got this amazing possibility, and I think honestly it turns a lot of people off of it after a while. They try it for a couple months and they fail, and they're like, well, I'm just not gonna.
This turns people off.
It's like
any successful, and they stop. Yeah,
it's like any successful business is going to fail before it becomes successful.
Well, I'll say it, or any like this. It's kind of like, if I'm just gonna put an example. I'm just gonna say, this is not an example. This is a bad example, but I'll say, okay, if I were to, this for example purposes, this being hypothetical, if I were to just start Twitch, and mind you, it's like I just get into it now. It's just like me trying to go into a business and I think that I'll be making money right away. You gotta spend money to earn money. You gotta develop your content, develop like good work, so you give that to your audience.
Yeah, you have to discover what makes you unique. And I don't want to say that you have to come up with something that no one else has ever done. No, because you really don't. You can do it just being
viral stuff is very, very rare to come these days.
I agree completely.
It's like they almost made like an equation to how to get. Oh, that's the one thing on YouTube that's so sought out for, and you find it, and it's always keyword is how to get big on Twitch or YouTube. It's like they have all these methods how to do it, but you know what? No one really has a straight answer.
Right, and there's hundreds of videos about that. How can I be successful on YouTube? How can I be popular on YouTube? Well, you know what? People can give you their suggestions, but unless what works for them is not going to work for you.
No, it's just like when they're like, oh yeah, I want to do YouTube. Like I had friends. I'll say this. I had friends that I'd say, oh, they see I'm wasting my time, but at the time that I explain to them, they find out about my show. I tell them a little bit more about it, and they're like, wow, that actually seems profitable. That might work. But I'm like, it's a hope. But you know what? I can't say I put all my money on it. But you know what? I'm hoping that there's something here. Because I'll say, like, I'm not here because I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you lovely audience out there.
Absolutely.
No, not to overlay it and pour on the maple syrup or anything, but just saying, in general, like, it really, you gotta, I don't find myself entertaining, but yet, if some people, if you gotta do something, if you find what works for you, that's good, go with that niche, and just stick with it. There's a lot of people. Everyone can do YouTube. Everyone can do Twitch. There is people that shouldn't do YouTube and shouldn't do Twitch.
Right.
It
Yeah,
ju-
I agree with that.
It's just like you go to a Twitch stream and then you hear like someone silent or they stop talking to the audience when they're getting like 50 questions or 50 comments or whatnot. It's like, dude, they're trying to talk to you. Answer them or they're gonna leave.
Right, you're exactly.
Are you really worth their time?
And that's what you want to make sure, because you want to make sure that you're like you said, like, you want to make sure that you have made yourself worth your viewers' time. And
you want to make sure that if they come back, who knows, you might have a real loyal follower there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and absolutely. I got several of my followers and subscribers from people just, coming in and, they enjoy just talking to me.
I was told this by a friend who's on Twitch. Okay, you got 3 different followers. You got followers because they're like, oh yeah, I'm your friend, you know what, I'll follow you because you have Twitch. Or you get the follower that, you know what, goes onto your channel and then likes the game that you're somewhat playing. So, you know what, and you're somewhat entertaining and engaging. Mm-hmm. They'll give you a follow. And then there's the people that will follow you because of you. And they'll like you. It doesn't matter what you're gaming or what you're doing or what you're streaming. They're going to follow or they're going to come and watch you.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if you get all those people trying to follow you, that's going to make up a lot of your content. And if you got more of people that like you for you, that's what's going to make your channel a solid, stable foundation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Like you said, follow you for being you. But not only that, it was kind of the way that I had gotten started. I got a couple of followers here and there.
Okay, yeah.
Because, just because they liked watching me play, or they were my friends, that's always the big thing. Your friends are going to follow you, and, your friends are going to support you and stuff like that.
You hope.
You hope. Yeah, you hope. But I personally feel... I lost my train of thought. I personally feel that if you the old saying, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
And I think that's true. I think that's true of anything.
Iowa. Just kidding. I watched that movie way too many times.
Field of Dreams, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Superman's from our town. Or from our state, too.
Lucky bastard.
Brandon Routh, Ashton Kutcher. Well, I won't claim him.
I won't claim him. That's not that. He already has 2 other men that he has to get in between. But anyways.
All right, we won't go there.
We won't go there.
Yeah. But yeah.
3.5 men, guys. Get over it. And there's no tiger blood included.
Right. Building yourself, building your brand is the most important thing. And there's, like we've said this repeatedly. There's just no special way of doing it. It's just something that's going to happen, or it's not.
All right. Yeah. Okay, my last question. Okay, if people from my audience, if you could suggest some of your best content, you feel that's your best, what type of genre videos could they start out with on your Twitch that they should stay tuned to see?
Any of my League videos and my Arc videos. I'm also... Well, I was at one time playing Minecraft for a while. I think that's actually some decent content. But if you're just getting things going for watching me, my League stuff is probably my most modestly entertaining, next to Arc.
Okay.
So those would be the 2 that I would definitely consider any of my Arc or League videos. Unfortunately, with Twitch's VOD section, it's not really organized. It's basically just all by date. So you might have to dig around to find it. But it's definitely there. The other thing is I don't, right now, use a webcam. for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's the middle of summer, and we don't have central air.
Oh yeah, so sweat. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so I don't want you guys to see me sweating all over the place. But the other reason is because when I play, in between like league matches and stuff like that, I'm actually standing at my computer because I can't sit for too long because of.
Oh yeah, your back. It's just I could just imagine.
Yeah,
I can't imagine it, but I'll say I can imagine how difficult that might be.
Yeah, it really is.
I swear I hate when I'm just sitting down all the time and I'm like, oh god, my ass fucking hurts. Okay. Yes, but anyways, thank you, CyberMind, for being on the show.
Tazwhole, you are amazing. I want to thank you. I had fun. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Okay, well, anyways, guys, do check out the comments below. Do check out CyberMind. Yes, check out his League of Legends and check out his Twitch. And guys, please leave me a like because I like bacon. You like bacon. We all like bacon. Peter, step the hell off because you know what? I love bacon too. Hey, I'm Canadian. It makes sense. Hey, I'm not me without my bacon. Just ask my girlfriend. Anyways, guys, please hit that bell. No, not Taco Bell because I'm not sponsored by them. Paris Hilton, where the hell did you put that goddamn dog? This is not taken 4. Anyways, guys, no, just kidding, Paris Hilton, you're hot. Anyways, I'll say that, please, guys, please check out, hit the notification bell so you stay up to date on all my new videos. And yes, guys, I'll see you guys next time, guys. See you guys!
Welcome to the Cyberdom.